What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Xdinary Heroes. Yes, indeed. Xdinary Heroes fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Charles B, and this is actually one of Charles B's 3 prioritized requests for the month of March for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Charles. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Charles wanted to see me react to this. It is Xdinary Heroes with a song called Pluto.
I got it. We on Pluto. It was a Harry. How can you tell? He said, from the bark, you dummies. From the bark.
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. As always, Charles has provided intro for everybody, so here we go. Last month, you reacted to Xdinary Heroes' Break the Break, which was the main single from their latest EP, Live Lock. This time, it's Pluto, which is the second single from that same EP. Cool. All right, I like where this is going. The video you're about to watch is an in-studio live performance that the band dropped on October 23rd, 2023. This last session is reminiscent of the live clip videos you reacted to last year for their tune Sucker Punch, which was the first track of theirs that you enjoyed, and Test Me. All right, cool. Well, I already feel good about this because it's coming off the same EP that we had for Break the Break, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let's see, this was posted by Xdinary Heroes, okay? And the video has 211,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. I can't read that. What does it say? I think it says Xdinary Heroes Pluto live clip. Hard to read it with the white lettering behind it. Anyway. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I'm better off. 어차피 나는 더 편해졌어. 난 괜찮으니까 you lost. 고요하게 찾은 그림자가 난 반가워. 나는 여기에서 위태롭게 빛나는 Just floating around in no gravity. 나는 이제 없어 작은 종이 상자에 No one can hold me back. There's nothing between us. 아무도 가본 적 없다 해도 눈을 감은 순간 선명해지는 넌 우리가 보이지 않아도 이미 느껴지는 네 우주로 점점 더 다가가 눈을 감은 순간 선명해지는 걸 So don't you dare me 아니라는 말은 하지마 I'll still be standing 여긴 나의 universe It's getting stronger sun is rising higher 수근거리다 돌아가 They don't see who's on fire Don't define me Cause you don't know me 나는 끝까지 burn like a glowing star
I like the bass, that little bit of bite on it, that little bit of distortion there. That sounded really good. Okay. Is this live? There are things pointing toward it being live. There are definitely things pointing toward it being live. And there are a couple things pointing toward it not being live. I'm going to go on a limb and I'm going to say live. There's more things pointing toward it being live than a lip sync job. Number one, I watched the microphones. They're all using wireless mics and their mics are all turned on. Now, what does that mean? It just means the mics are turned on. Are they actually receiving signal or sending signal? They're probably sending signal, sure. Does that mean the receivers that we cannot see are on? I don't know. I'm not sure, but usually in lip sync jobs, mics are not turned on because it's a waste of battery power. So their mics are on. I saw the power lights. They are on. So I'm inclined to believe that they are sending signal and the signals are being received. Look, if you're not going to have the signals being received, why bother having the microphones on? Just make sure your cameras don't get too close so that you can see the light. You know, that's a real easy fix. But their lights are on. So the mics are live. They're sending signal. And they wouldn't do that unless they had the receivers on. That just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I dig it. I think the mics are live. The mic placement, especially these, the condenser mics over the drums. Now, sure, you could place them there. Yeah, you could place them there. You could run cable from them. Sure, it goes around and down and up and around and over here and then it goes down to the floor where there's a mishmash and then it goes off over to here, somewhere over here. Now, are they plugged in? I don't know. But here's the thing. They're positioned properly. The 45-degree angle, approximately 2 feet away from the cymbals, that's about where you would have them for a live recording. And I see other mics placed as well. Again, you wouldn't have these mics placed. Maybe these, because they're very easy to spot. But you wouldn't have the tom mics. You wouldn't have the snare mic. You wouldn't have the hi-hat mic unless you were actually going to record. So, live? I'm inclined to agree. I'm inclined to say yes. So, another plus. I'm not hearing any breath voices. Like when they breathing, when they're singing, I'm not hearing any breathing at all. Now that could just be really good noise gating. That could be all it is they just got a really good noise gate on to block out the breath sound. That it's not hard to do. Okay. There's just too many things weighing toward live versus lip sync job. So I'm going to go on record and I'm going to say I believe this is live. Okay, I believe it is. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong.
We'll see.
And if I am wrong, I'll be the first to admit it. All right, I will be. But I don't know, man. There's like 2 or 3 things pointing toward it being a lip sync job, and there's like 8 or 9 things pointing toward it being live. So I'm gonna err on that side. Sounds really good so far. Like I said, I love the bass with the distortion. Distortion being used properly on the bass, which I'm really happy about. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes.
So don't you tell me 아니라는 말은 하지마 Still be standing 여기 나의 universe It's getting stronger 날 조이다 모든 것들
Oh, wow, it's already over. Short song. I see the correlation between this song and Break the Break. I see the correlation. It does sound similar in tone. It does sound similar in style. But a very different song from Break the Break for sure, without question. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Xdinary Heroes with Pluto. This was a request from Charles B. And this was actually one of Charles B's 3 prioritized requests for the month of March for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Charles. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. I thought about it. There's not a lot to talk about. There's a couple of things that I want to talk about, but not a lot. So this shouldn't be too long. Then again, you know me, and sometimes I go off on a tangent, and you never know what's going to happen. But I'll try my best not to, but if it happens, it happens. Now, we are going back to the old scoring system. Okay, so we are going back to a scale of 1 to 10. We're also going to throw the zeros in there, so it's actually kind of like 0 to 10. But just 1 to 10 rolls off the tongue better. So I warned everybody, though, that one of the biggest complaints that people had about the 5-star rating system was too many songs and too many artists getting the exact same scores. Too many 4s. Okay, I absolutely agree with that. I do. But I also told people that same problem exists with the old scoring system. Too many 7.8s, too many 8.1s, too many 8.3s, too many 8.4s, too many 8.6s. Oddly enough, 4 stars. That's what they all are. So in order to avoid too many scores being, too many songs sharing the same score, I told everybody during the live broadcast, during the live stream that I did, if we're gonna go back to the old system, to avoid that problem, I have to get tougher. I have to get harder. I have to make it harder to get those higher scores and easier to get the lower scores so we can incorporate more of the grading scale. So I did warn everybody about that during the live stream. So having said that, also, I have to, apparently now I have to explain everything in 3 different ways, you know, as far as a score, a rating, and a grade, and a star, and everything else. So we're going to spend a little time explaining the score here, so I apologize for that, but I got to do it, so. Anyway, having said all of that, on a scale of 1 to 10, I know zeros are in there too, I know, but 1 to 10 rolls off the tongue better. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 7.1. Yep, 7.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
What is a 7.1? Here we go again. What is a 7.1? A 7.1 would be like 4 stars, okay? Now, let's get more specific. What else is a 7.1? A 7.1 would actually be really good. It would be really good. It would also equate to about a B. Right in the middle B. Right in the middle. So it'd be like a solid B grade, okay? So a B grade, 4 stars, really good, 7.1. Take it however you want, but that's where it stands, okay? You can interpret, listen, there's 4 different options for you to choose from here. So take one of those 4 and run with it. I don't care which one, but run with it, okay? 7.1, yeah, that feels accurate for this. Look, is it my favorite song from Xdinary Heroes? No, definitely not. I'm just gonna compare it between this song and Break the Break. Between those 2 songs, which one do I prefer? Break the Break. Obviously, it's more upbeat, it's more energetic, has more drive, it just has more life to it. I definitely enjoy that song more. Now, does that mean this song is bad? Absolutely not. I would not be giving it a B. I would not be giving it really good. I would not be giving it 4 stars. I would not be giving it a 7.1 if I thought the song was bad, okay? Yeah, there we go. So let's talk about what made the song really good, okay? First of all, the whole live versus studio thing. Now, there are there are flags that went up during the course that made me wonder if this was a lip sync job. Number one, the biggest thing for me was the usage of track and how well the track was mixed into the live recording. It was absolutely seamless. It really was. Like it was meant to be there. Like it was there all along. Like it wasn't just, punched in, hit a trigger and we blare it out. Now, it could be going direct into the board. Sure, absolutely. It could be programmed. Everybody had their inners in. So there may not even be a punch. It may be just on the MIDI track. It could be just programmed to go off at those points, okay? Sure, and it would blend in really well if that was the case. As long as it's going direct into the board and it's mixed properly, it would sound like it's a part of the recording without any break or anything, it being too loud or too soft. No, there's ways to do it, okay? That was really the big thing for me. Now, the things that were going for it being a live performance, like I said, the microphones were on, okay? And I saw the mic lights on 2 of the mics. If you're gonna have the lights on 2 of the mics, you're gonna have them on all the mics, which means the mics were live. They were sending signal. Now, were those signals being received by the receiver? I don't know. I didn't see the receivers. There may not even been receivers, okay? But by that logic, if you're not gonna have receivers, why would you have the mics on? That just seems like a waste. I mean, especially if the mics are going into the PA. Oh, dear Lord. If the mics are going into the PA without receivers, that's gonna be real. First of all, I don't know how you'd pull that off. That's impossible. But if you have your mics on and they're not receiving, then why have the mics on? That doesn't make sense. Just keep the cameras away from the mics, far enough away that we can't see if the mics are turned on or not. That's the easy fix. So, or tape them so that you can't see. But I clearly saw lights on 2 of the mics. So they are live. The mics are live. And like I said, why would you have the mics on? It's just a waste of battery power and wear and tear on the mics to have them on and not having them actually being utilized. So that doesn't make any sense. So I'm guessing that they were live. I didn't hear any breathing sounds. I didn't hear anybody breathing into the mics. But again, that can be very easily explained through the use of a noise gate. A really nice noise gate set properly to block out breathing sounds, which you can absolutely do, and at the same time, allow everything else to come through with no problem. I saw amps being utilized. I saw speakers being utilized. I saw things running into the mics. I saw cables running into mics, cables running into from instruments. I saw cables running off from the backs of amps and backs of speakers and microphones in front of speakers, all with cables all leading off screen. Now, where were they going? They could be going to a mixing board, absolutely, and they could all be receiving signal and recording and tracking, and that could all be there. Then again, all those cables could be going to absolutely nothing, and we don't know because we didn't see it. Again, the magic of making music videos. I didn't see any evidence to the contrary, and like I said, if the wireless mics are on, they're live, so I don't know. I'm gonna lean toward it being a live performance. I'm gonna lean toward it. I didn't see any defining evidence to say otherwise. Like, if the guitars had not been plugged into something, that's a dead giveaway. That is an absolute dead giveaway. When you see the guitars and bass not plugged in, like there's just nothing going into their plugs, that's a dead giveaway. But all the instruments were plugged in, all the mics were plugged in, except the wireless mics, but they were on. So there's more evidence pointing toward it being live than there is it being a lip sync job. So I'm going to lean onto the side of it's a live performance, just like Charles said. Now, could I be wrong? Yeah, I could be. I could very well be. But like I said, I didn't see any concrete evidence, hard evidence to say it wasn't. And there was some evidence to show that it was. So I'm gonna go with live. As far as the songwriting goes, the song sounded really good. The chordal progression sounded good. It all made sense. Very majorly oriented, especially in the chorus. It's one of those upbeat songs. The pop influence is absolutely there without question. It has the rock edge to it. I will absolutely give it that. It has the rock attitude, yes, but it's definitely pop songwriting with that major oriented feel. So I got no problem with that. I have no issue with it. The attitude was there. The sound was there, especially with the bass with that distortion patch that we heard after the first chorus. I dug that. That was probably, honestly, that was probably my favorite part of the whole song. Vocals sound clean. They sound absolutely clean, squeaky clean, very pop-oriented vocals, not rock vocals at all. And that's them. That's them. That's their style. I get it. They have to do certain things in order to make themselves appealing to their fan base and to their demographic. I understand that. I do. Would I ever say that those vocals are rock vocals? No, absolutely not. Those are absolutely pop vocals. The gang vocals that we heard, the gang vocals, yeah, that was rock, definitely had a rock influence to it. But as far as the lead vocals go, no, those were pop vocals, 100%. The guitar tone sounded really nice. It had a decent amount of crunch to it. Could have been heavier, could have been thicker, could have been crunchier. The drums sounded good. Keyboard sounded good. Everything about it sounded really good. Everything really did. Would I ever put this in my favorites from Xdinary Heroes? No, probably not. I would not put this on any of my playlists. It's just a little too easygoing for me. Maybe I'm in the mood for something like this. Maybe I might be. It's rare, but every once in a while I'll get in the mood where I want to hear something like this, and I might go looking for it, sure. But as far as going on a dedicated playlist, no, that ain't gonna happen. Still a really good song though, and that's why it's getting the really good score of 7.1, which again translates to a B, which translates to a really good score, which would translate to 4 stars, which would make it a 7.1. So there you go. 4 different explanations, take it however you want. So yeah, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. Remember guys, I gotta be tougher. If we're gonna avoid duplicate scoring, I gotta get tougher. I gotta get more stringent on handing out scores. So here we are, 7.1, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.